one thing that I say to myself every time that I step on stage is get out of your own way. I want to share with audiences how I'm feeling, and I want to transform the way they view it. I think movement is very powerful. I think rhythm is equally as powerful than the way that music is. And I think tap dance is music. And there's a way to express a whole litany of emotions. My name is Ayodele Casel, and I tell stories with my feet, with my words, and through my choreography. The first time that I remember seeing tap dancing was in high school. My English teacher played like Swing Time with Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
The toe-tapping magic of the king and queen of captivating rhythm, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
It was the first time that I attributed the word magic to tap dancing. The way they just sort of floated across the screen, it looked fun. There was just something that just grabbed me, you know? Every day after school, I would close the door to my room and I would just like pop in all of their movies and just watch it and dream. The magic of making sound and covering space and it almost seeming so effortless. I followed my curiosity, and then I followed an impulse, and I did not know at the time how it was going to reveal so many things about myself and about my own culture and about my own ancestral legacy. I was born in the Bronx, but I moved to Puerto Rico when I was 9, and I did not speak the language. I spoke English, and so I remember not being able to communicate and not being able to find the words to express my feelings and my emotions. When I moved back to New York City at the age of 15, my English had been out of practice. And so to encounter this language of tap dancing in this way, it's like, what do you have to say? And how does it come out of you? I think that that is the thing that really just sort of anchored me. So when I learned that this art form was rooted in the history of Black people in this country, I realized this is my legacy too. Black people, when they were brought here and enslaved, and they came over with everything that they were, including their ability to communicate through drums, and that they were so powerful in their rhythmic communication, they could start revolts across plantations. Laws were enacted in this country to ban the drums and to strip them of any rights that they had left. To say like, you're trying to silence me in this way, but I can always speak. So for me, tap dancing is what Black people did to turn oppression into joy and resistance. Even though I was so obsessed with Ginger Rogers, there was a part of me that felt like nobody's ever going to see me as Ginger Rogers. And where are the women in tap dance history that look like me? I could not name one. I kept researching. I found Lois Bright and Louise Madison, Jewel Pepper Welch and Baby Edwards, and there was just a long list of women, Black women, that were equally contributing, but nobody had thought to document them. I have been speaking the names of these women, and I just vowed to myself that I would bring them into every space that I occupy. Because I think when people see me, I want them to know like I am a conglomerate of all of these folks who came before me. I'd like to think that it's doing justice to their erasure. Knowing that all of those women existed and that we didn't know about them, I completely changed how I started to tell my own story. If I don't take responsibility for that, if I don't use my voice, if I don't document this, if I don't write it down, other people, might do it for me or not do it at all. The only way to change that is to demand that our stories be given equal value. I started to speak a lot during my performances, and I noticed that people feel like you bring them in a different way. And now all of a sudden, the tap dancing is the bonus part because they understand it a little differently. What does it mean when a woman shares her own narrative? It means that she has found her own power and understands how to use it in ways that not only benefit and honor her spirit, but shows other women how to do that as well. We have to start honoring our own legacies and our own histories. We need to do that for ourselves, you know? I think it matters. It matters a lot. There's just so many ways to tell stories. Sometimes people don't because they feel like it has to look like something or has to sound like something. But the thing is, like, there is no right way to tell your story. All you have to do is start. And the beautiful thing about it is that, like, it's your point of view that is important, right? You know, we need you. We don't, you, exactly how you are.